Dear members, it is hoped that everyone is keeping safe and well during these testing times. Unfortunately, however, the club is still closed after the Victorian Government extended the lockdown until the 11th of May. When I took the role of President, I certainly didn't expect that one of my legacies would have been closing down of our club. As a result of the efforts of all Australians, we remain hopeful that at the very least we will be back playing tennis in a matter of weeks rather than months, though the opening time of the clubhouse is less certain. On behalf of the General Committee, I thought it would be an opportune time to give you an update on what has been happening in recent weeks. Whilst the club is closed, a lot of work has been happening behind the scenes by our management team. Our CEO, Stuart Fenton, will in coming days provide you with an update on the day-to-day activity around the club. Finances. Firstly, your board, along with the management, have been meeting via conference every fortnight since the shutdown occurred in mid-March. There has been a considerable amount of work done to ensure the club proactively responds to the crisis to ensure we weather this storm, as long as that may take. In the first instance, the CEO and his team immediately reduced a significant amount of overhead cost for the club. This saved many thousands of dollars in expenses and placed the club in a strong position when the closure of the club finally happened. We had planned for the shutdown many days in advance. As a result, we were able to respond quickly, swiftly, in a planned and coordinated manner. Unfortunately, this involved the standing down of close to 80 staff who were left with no capacity to work as a result of the enforced shutdown. Whilst we as members have certainly been impacted by not being able to use our beloved club, it is important to remember that for the staff serving our membership, this is their livelihood. It has been a difficult time for all our valued staff. I'm pleased to report that the club is eligible, as confirmed by our external auditors, for the new government JobKeeper allowances, and we have some 59 staff that are now receiving the JobKeeper allowance and a number of our casuals that are receiving the Job Seeker subsidy. In addition, the Treasurer, George Coleman, and management have been busy modelling a range of financial outcomes, taking into account a number of worst-case scenarios. This analysis has kept us in good stead as we head into uncertain times, and we are confident as a General Committee that our financial position is strong and we will come out the other end of this well positioned for the future. Membership fees. At this moment in time, we are clearly not too sure how long we'll be closed for. Whilst the club is closed, it is inevitable that some members will inquire as to the club's thoughts towards any fee relief. The General Committee are very conscious of this issue. However, until such time as we understand the full extent and period of any forced shutdown, no immediate decisions can be made. Should there be a prolonged shutdown, various options are being considered, whilst keeping in mind that the members are the owners of the club and share the responsibility of ensuring the club remains viable in these difficult times. House levy. The other common question that has been asked of management is what is going to happen with the house levy balances. Given the clubhouse's closure is likely to last for an extended period of time, we have made the decision to allow the house levy to be used on a range of takeaway wines in this financial year, as well as allowing the unused balances as at June 30 to be rolled over into the 2021 financial year for membership use. Grounds Enhancement Program. Whilst the Grounds Enhancement Program is continuing, we have made the financially prudent decision to stage the development and assess each stage moving forward on a range of metrics, including the benefit of completing the works now versus later, given the disruption to members. Prior to the shutdown, we had committed to undertaking all the works associated with the new courts precincts. This included the 4 Hartree courts and associated works, including retaining walls, fences, and pathways. We had also committed to the external boundary fence, but have now pulled back on those works whilst we assess the financial impact of the closure. The fencing on the Williams Road side of the grass courts will continue as this task interacts with the new courts precincts. The biggest obstacle we have at this point is that whilst the Hartree material has arrived in Australia, the installers were due to fly in from USA in April and are now locked out by international border closures. We have been reviewing a number of alternatives given the borders may be closed into 2021. I am pleased to report that whilst we are experiencing some challenges, the project remains on budget, but it will take substantially longer than planned to complete. New initiatives. The new initiatives put in place by our management team have defied all expectations. In the short time the club has been offering takeaway and home delivery services, we have generated over $45,000 in sales, averaging over $2,000 per day. On the Thursday before Easter, we did almost $7,000 in sales in a single night. More importantly, it has kept 2 chefs and 2 to 3 food and beverage staff employed on a daily basis. Initiatives like takeaway wine, fruit and vegetable baskets, Easter seafood and the Anzac Day offerings have been well received by members. We have over 50 members regularly taking part in our online yoga and Pilates classes and have done in excess of 30 drop-off and pickups for tennis racket restringing. I would like to publicly congratulate and thank our wonderful staff for continuing to create new ways to engage with our membership, and also a big thank you to you, the members, for your support of these initiatives. I know the staff have appreciated, and more importantly, it maintains morale and jobs. Equally, it is an opportune time to complete such needed maintenance tasks around the club. This includes addressing our ongoing leaky clubhouse, the regularly flooded car park, painting, staining of decks, and finishing off our new pro shop. In closing, I'd like to thank all members for your ongoing support of the club. It is in times of crisis that we must demonstrate all of the great things that RSY stands for. The club is about people, and the club needs your support in ensuring that it comes out of this terrible and challenging situations in a position of strength. We must never forget that we are the custodians of our great club for future generations. I would like to again publicly thank Stuart and his staff. In times of crisis, we need strong leadership, and we are very fortunate to have a management team that has been extremely proactive and decisive in guiding the club through the early days of this shutdown. This is a fluid situation, depending on government directives, but we will continue to monitor and adjust our position in the interests of all our members so as to protect our club. With the loyalty and support of all members, we will get through this crisis. Thank you to all. Stay safe and healthy. Thank you.